Sorry to say it, man, but Cloud is never going to be in Smash. What? So it's official, Cloud is in Smash Bros. This is crazy. Nobody expected this to happen. Well, I guess apparently Colin did. But realistically, it seemed physically impossible, and yet it happened. It just goes to show you that there are no limits for Smash Bros. Like, Sakurai is going to do anything he wants. If you don't know who Sakurai is, get out of the cave. He's the maker of Smash Bros. Anyways, there's two things I just want to say about this. One, Cloud is not the winner of the Smash Belt. We're still going to see that. There's going to be a special event for the Smash Bros, like a Nintendo Direct exclusively for Smash Bros later this month, or not this month, but in December. And the second thing, a lot of people are thinking, why would Nintendo do this? Why would they put Cloud in Smash Bros? That was a big reason why people are like, oh, there's no way. But he's such an iconic character, and yeah, it's weird that he's never been on the Nintendo console, besides like little cameos in other games, like that Threat Rhythm game and some of the other ones. But I don't know, maybe this is a sign for the future, because by putting Cloud in Smash Bros, they're essentially promoting the Final Fantasy VII remake that's coming for the PS4. Maybe this is a hint that that remake is coming for the Nintendo NX. I don't know, but maybe. Moving on to what the bulk of this video is going to be. Also in the Nintendo Direct was the announcement of the Generation 1 Pokemon games being released for Nintendo 3DS in their former glory, all the 8-bit goodness and everything. The only thing that's changing is the way we trade Pokemon. And if that is the only thing that is changing, I don't think I'll get the games. Now seriously, think about Generation 1 Pokemon. Like, seriously, think about it. Everybody says that Generation 1 was the greatest, and it was the greatest because it was the first. But if you compare Generation 1 to, these current games, either X and Y or even farther back, like Black and White, they're so much better. So here's a couple of my top reasons why these later generations are better than Generation 1, even though I love Generation 1. Like, it started it all. So I'm not, talking shit to it, but I'm just stating how I feel. Colin, you asked the question, are they going to keep the glitches in these remakes? And honestly, I think no, because they were never intended to be there. The missing no glitch was in Red and Blue, but then was removed when they released Yellow. So if they're going to re-release it, wouldn't they just keep it up to the standards of Yellow? Secondly, these games are broken. Generation 1, it's got such convoluted stuff. Like, Psychic is super overpowered, and they didn't intend for it to be that way. So, for these remakes, are they going to change that or keep it OP and all messed up like before? If they're going to keep it messed up, I'm not interested in this game. Like, in Generation 1, the weaknesses for Psychic are Bug and Ghost. And due to a coding error, Psychic was good against Ghost. So, Psychic's only weakness was Bug. And in Generation 1, there was only a handful of Bug moves, most of which didn't even deal damage. Third, Pokemon don't have genders or abilities or natures or anything like that in Gen 1. Like, this is a big feature that has become part of the Pokemon world in these newer games. I personally don't care all that much for the natures and EV training and whatnot, but some people really do, so this fan base is going to lose out when they try to play these games. In addition to the natures and abilities, the stats for Pokemon were different in Generation 1 as well. Right now there is attack, defense, special defense, and special attack. In Generation 1, the specials were combined. Special attack and special defense were one stat. And that's one of the reasons why Alakazam and Snorlax were so OP, because their special stats, their special attack and defense were the same. But in the end, what's really going to push me over the edge to get this game or not is if we can take the Pokemon from these Generation 1 games and bring them into the later generations via trading to Diamond and Pearl or Black and White or by using the Pokemon Bank. There are a lot of Pokemon in Generation 1 that in these new games are extremely hard to find. Like, before I tried searching for a way to get a Hitmonchan, and the only way to get him is to find the rare Pokemon Tyrogue in one of the grass patches that he has like a minuscule percent chance to find as compared to the other 6 Pokemon in that grass. And then when you actually get him, you've got to train him in a certain way in order for him to evolve into a Hitmonchan versus a Hitmontop or a Hitmonlee. And these Pokemon are just hard to find. There's tons of them, like Magmar, for example. I can't find Magmar anywhere. Like, I had to find a Magbaby, or a Magby, in, again, Omega Ruby, from a Mirage spot. And the Mirage spots are so hard to find the Pokemon that you want anyhow, so that was a nightmare. Being able to just take those Pokemon from the Gen 1 games where they're a little bit easier to find would make completing the Pokedex that much easier. So it's tricky. It's like, I want them to stay the old classic way just because, you know, it's a classic, but I also want it to be updated more so how these new games are. And I mean, I guess I can just skip this one out and just play Fire Red and Leaf Green, like, because those are upgraded with the newer stuff like I've been talking about. But even now, Fire Red and Leaf Green are pretty old. They were Game Boy Advance games, so they're getting a little bit dated. So that's really all I've got to say about that. I'm excited to see, you know, further announcements about this game, like if they are changing anything to answer these questions that we're having. Colin, what you were saying about Pokemon covering all the regions, there is no way. Like, it's too vast. The only way that they could do this is if, like, sure, they had all the regions on one map, but you only go to certain cities. Like, you go to, I can't even think of all the cities from all the different generations, but, like, your 8 badges, 1 gym is in each generation. So that's 6 badges right there, and then the last 2 are just somewhere else. I don't know. But that would be the best way to do it. And then, I don't know, I think that would be the only way that it would be feasible, because what you were saying about, you know, the level caps. They would essentially make a new region by taking bits and pieces of the old regions and mashing them into one. For instance, I know Kanto and Johto, like, are right next to each other, like, right where the Pokemon League is. That, like, they use the same Pokemon League. Like, Johto's on the right and Kanto is on the left? No, other way around. But it's like Viridian City, you go to the Pokemon League, and then Johto, whatever city that is, you go there. Like, those 2 cities could be like the bottom corners of this new generation, and then you use those 2 gyms and then move upward to the other generations. I don't know how all these all the lands are connected together, so it would be really tricky. I don't know how they would do it, and I don't know if they would ever do it. Seriously, I honestly doubt it. So that's all for today. I'm going to sign off and go work on my Let's Play. Yes, I'm doing one as well. Shh.